As you know, I just came back from a family vacation in Netanya on Thursday, and I was like, I gotta show them pictures. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I didn't have time to search through and show you guys pictures. But on the most personal level, it was exactly what I needed and what my family needed. Just to be together and to hunt for shells on the beach and to build the Beit HaMikdash out of sand every single day with my children. Their initiative, build the Beit HaMikdash, build the Beit HaMikdash. Every day we built the Beit HaMikdash out of sand on the beach. And so on a personal level, it was just so beautiful. But on a national level, it was a challenging period of time. Were Jeremy and Tehillah going to make it back? What was going to be? The country stood bracing ourselves for an all-out attack from Iran. And then one night last week, I think it was Wednesday night, I didn't even have time to look up, when it was. In the middle of the night, while we slept soundly in our beds, the attack came in all of its fury. And just as Moses declared to the nation of Israel when they were crossing the sea, Hashem yilachem lachem v'atem tacharishum. The Lord will fight your battles for you, and you will remain silent. That is what happened, at least for everyone in the nation who's not a fighter pilot, right? As we slept soundly in our beds, Hezbollah prepared to unleash 6,000 laser-guided precision missiles upon Israel. Missiles and drones. And yes, while the very reliable news media didn't make it clear, what proceeded to take place was nothing short of a miracle. Because we have been, we in Israel, and I think the world has, we definitely in Israel, we've been disabused of any illusions of the invincibility of the Israeli army on October 7th. We've become all too aware of how vulnerable and human we are. And despite, or I think because of our awareness of our vulnerability, Hashem performed a miracle, because the Israeli army and Air Force had no less than 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes, to synchronize at least 100 fighter jets with 100 fighter pilots into the air in perfect formation to decimate over 200 targets at nearly the exact same moment. It needed to be the exact same moment in order to maintain the element of surprise without which Hezbollah would have either preemptively launched their missiles, just shot them at Israel, or retracted their launchers so they wouldn't be destroyed. But the Israeli Air Force destroyed nearly all of them, if not all of them. I don't know the exact number, but nearly all of them at the very least. And from all the intelligence that we have, it was between 4:30 and 5 a.m. that fateful morning, while most of the nation of Israel slept unawares in their bed, that Hashem performed yet another miracle for us. And of the 320 missiles that were successfully launched, very few of their targets were hit. There was one precious soldier, Chaim Sabach, picture of him here. He was killed from falling shrapnel from the Iron Dome, from what I understand. He was at sea. And that's very, very painful. All of Hezbollah isn't worth just his one life in my mind. But that's very painful. May his family be consoled and may his memory be a blessing. And, I think perhaps it's not right to say this, but part of me believes that there needs to be, during moments of great miracles like that single individual soldier sometimes that dies and maintaining some semblance of free will. So all the doubters and deniers have something to hold on to. Look, he died. What God is running the show? Just to give them that to hold on to. I don't know. But meanwhile, Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, whatever, it's all the same. The global jihad is increasing their war on the nation of Israel by mobilizing their forces in Judea and Samaria. And they're seeking to maximize terror and carnage in Judea and Samaria. And indeed, here too, Hashem is protecting us with miracles. I always think of the prophecy that the tents of Judah will dwell secure. I feel like there's even another layer of protection. So there were two Rechavei Tofet, car bombs, cars loaded up with explosives, which is a pretty high level weapon, meaning this isn't just some guy in his basement. This is governments This is the Palestinian Authority. This is Hamas. This is Iran attacking our villages in Judea. And so there were 2 car bombs. So supposedly there's a third. I don't know the details. All of this is maybe subject to change, but what I'm sharing with you is pretty solid. Cars loaded up with explosives just want to maximize death. So one barreled into the Judean village of Karmei Tzur, and miraculously, the readiness squad made it there in time to intercept the terrorist, shoot him dead as his car detonated, blowing him up and lightly injuring one soldier. I mean, I've done my share of patrols. You know, just imagine you're in a truck patrolling around the entire settlement, and there's a lot of territory to cover, not many patrols, but you're in exactly the right place at the right time and react as perfectly enough to successfully intercept that terrorist, to shoot the terrorist. The car blows up. Well, only if you know if you've done patrols like that, you know the amount of divine orchestration that has to be involved in such a thing. And then there was the detonation of another car bomb by the security squad. My partner Yossi told me this on Shabbat. I couldn't believe him. You know, it was in the gas station in Gush Etzion, where we live, in the same sort of complex that Ari Fold, my beloved friend, was stabbed in the back and killed. Anyways, in the gas station right there, there was a huge explosion causing serious damage to the gas station, which could have taken tens of innocent lives, if not more. And it's another miracle.
אתה רואה כאילו המנוע, משהו לא בסדר במנוע.
עשן.
פותח לדלת.
חמור.